Hey, I'm Laurie Dobson. Today is February 11th, 2021 on the island of Great Cranberry, Maine, USA. Today in history. So today I'm going to focus on getting a taste of my own medicine. And when I talked in my video that got well received, thank you guys. Apparently got well received because I didn't get any comments. But I'm following up on that. Actually, no, I take that back. I got 2 comments, and one of them was from England, and it was actually a wonderful comment, and I responded, thank you very much for that. And it also gave some enlightenment, some suggestions and thoughts from history, our perspectives from history. God, they're important right now. So I find that I'm going to do this on constructive criticism for myself, and maybe you guys would see it in your own understanding and think to maybe respond with thoughts of your own, seeing as how I'm already faulting myself for things that you could respond. Also, if you like it, feel free to subscribe. Anyway, so starting with the first one is that videos are safe, right? So I'm in an echo chamber. I don't have to hear anybody or think of anything else that I might want to say in the middle of all these. I'm talking to myself, I'm answering myself, I'm thinking out loud. It's just like thoughts in my head. So for what that's worth, and only to the extent that I say things that are pertinent and relevant and important to the general discussion going forward, do I think that I have any kind of a place to speak from. So let me start. Okay, first of all, that's my first criticism of my videos. Feel free to comment if you agree or not, please. I'm inviting debate. I'm asking for it. I think we really need it. These halls of debate are silent while the echo chambers are just resounding with the voices of those who agree with us. So we can kind of stay in our own minds. We never have to challenge them, and that's the problem. I don't want to be adding to that problem. So if I'm acting in a role of a provocateur or provocatively to provoke discussion, if I'm asking people to, examine their axioms and poke them where they haven't seen any light of day and get people to think about things and reason, then I'm accomplishing my goal, even if it comes to different conclusions than I would like, because, hey, we all have to advance our thinking and our hypotheses to understand ourselves better. That's my view. So that would be my first self-criticism, that I haven't done enough encouragement of others to get on this discussion. And perhaps the reason, number 2, is that my platform is only my own page. Walking my dogs here. Sorry if it jiggles a little bit, but they're yanking on me hard. Looking for a spot. So I'll work with that. Okay, second thing is, my platform is my platform. As I said the other day, personal platforms are one thing, but when a person has, when a person has an information page, it's not so easy because, in that very role, you're inviting feedback and pushback. And so when I did push back against what Gary put on the information page, I did it with the understanding that page is supposed to be content neutral, as I was told, and that should be everybody's standard, especially the person who's running the admin page. So that, I think, is a valid criticism. I haven't heard anything else about it, so you guys must agree with me. And if you don't, why aren't you telling me? Why aren't you making this a better page? But to take responsibility for that, perhaps you're not, because, in fact, I haven't invited it appropriately and thoroughly. So the fault could be the structure of the page itself, as it's my personal page. So what I want to do is start another page doesn't have my name on it. So something relative to cranberries or a weather eye or a weathered eye in my case, because it's definitely, those eyes have seen some age and seen some things. The things I've seen and done. Ouch. But getting perspective, learning, growing, it's I remember in AA that the point has been made, a good point, that it's progress along spiritual lines, not perfection. We grow along spiritual lines. And to me, that just means, our life is a life of spirit, a spirited life. We put what we put into life is our energies and our spirit. We're trying to think things through in the current events, and we're trying to figure it out. So I intend, as a result of talking to myself here for a second, to start another page. And any comments on the name of it, I would most welcome. Most welcome. So the third thing is, I don't get out enough in my videos to show the island here, as I did in the beginning when I called it Island Update, which I thought was a great way to keep in touch with people and just to keep people's spirits up. Again, spirit. But so following up on that, I'm walking down the road, and oh my God, I look old. Hey, you know what I'm going to do? It's cold right now. I'm taking my hair down. And then fourth, my personal, I have to focus, if this is going to be something I want people to stand to listen to for the full length of time, rather than getting, fed up halfway through because I've got issues with my delivery, then I want to work on that. So I am going to work on my uhs, my ums, my talking too fast, my throwing too much in there, and most of all, my digression. And oops. And I can pause, take a breath. I do listen to my videos afterwards before I post them. And I will continue to do that. And I'll keep working on these little things or big things. Present myself a little more in a kempt fashion, because just because you live in Maine and on an island, you think you're not being seen by other people who tend to make a better presentation of themselves on videos. I can do the same. I've got a wardrobe. I can put myself together better. So personal appearance, personal effort to recognize that I'm not in the echo chamber of this island. I am being listened to by people, my God, as far away as England. So thank you for that. And as a result, I'm going to be more mindful going forward of that. I just realized that from the top of the road here, I can see the hills of Islesford in the distance. So I have to be mindful that I'm not just on Great Cranberry, but and to be mindful that I have certain tribal loyalties and that they can get kind of narrow. So I have to fight that, even though I see certain people and have an affinity based on just interaction. I think the more we talk to each other, especially people that are different from us, the more well-rounded our viewpoint is, and the better off we are mentally, because it's healthier. It's healthier to exercise the mind, not getting into ruts. They say that all the time. Older people need to learn new things, experience new things, and keep, open to new things. And if we get closed down, if we get too rutted or ingrained, it gets kind of incestuous up there in our minds. We're talking to ourselves, we're having a life with ourselves, but we're people on a planet. We're meant to interact. We're meant to be together in ways that we can find the most beneficial, and finding out what those are, and learning how to. And it's not just to get along, go along, get along, or to get along so we can go along or whatever. It's not just finding common ground. It's trying to work with the various concerns that are out there that are in the way of us thriving as a people. And that takes some work. It takes effort to think of new things, and to be willing, most of all, to let go of things that don't work for us anymore in our personal lives. When we get too caught up in our things and our collections and our habits, and we have to try harder to exercise along new lines. So that's another thing I have to do, is continue to get exercised, to keep going, to keep working at this, and to just make the best of it and to share it with you, because I feel I can. I'm doing it, and I'm excited by this personal effort. It's a sort of a personal odyssey of mine, because I don't know what I'm going to come up with when I speak like this. I have a vague idea what I want to talk about. Something comes bubbling up. I think about it. I try to frame it in my head, but I don't get too far down the road, and I try to keep my energy up when I'm doing it, because I don't want to get discouraged and talk myself out of it either. So I encourage you guys to do the same. Yeah, however you can, keep up your correspondence. Keep up with folks. And that's my last suggestion to myself, is to make calls to my family. Okay, you guys have a wonderful day. Okay, bye.